All right, BradCooney.com in association with HCN Networks is honored to have on board from season 11 of The Voice, Miss Lauren Diaz. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
We are excited to have you on board, man. So life's changed quite a bit for you over the last few days.
Oh, man. That's an understatement. Let's just say that.
I can imagine. Look, when you came out, you blew away the judges, man. Ain't no doubt about that, including Alicia Keys, with your blind audition. I guess the first question I have for you is, like, what was going through your mind, like, right before the blind audition started?
I mean, first, I was singing an Alicia Keys song, and that right there was the most nerve-wracking thing for me because, I'm going up there. I want to impress the judges. Obviously, my goal was obviously my inspiration has always been Alicia Keys, but my goal was, I didn't care who turned around. I was like, whoever's going to turn around first, I'm going to go with that person.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get in there, do my best, and I didn't want to fail her because obviously that was her song, and to deliver poorly, that would have just been
bad.
So that aspect of it, that was very intense for me, and stressful, but also exciting. I was anxious. So many things were running through my mind, but that was probably one of the biggest things for me, is going out there and singing her song to her, and then getting that outcome. I would not expect everything that went down. I had no idea. I was totally blindsided by, what she did and how she reacted. And then when she started singing to me, I was like, this is not happening to me.
Yeah,
somebody needed to pinch me, obviously.
Did you contemplate maybe I'm sure you, like you just said, you were extremely nervous to sing a song, not only just to do the blind audition in itself, but to actually sing Alicia Keys song, and you knew Alicia Keys was in a chair like 20 feet away from you or whatever it is. Did you ever contemplate not doing that, maybe backing out of doing the Alicia Keys song and going a safer route, or do you just say, I'm just going to go for it?
At first I was like, I'm not really sure if this is the best thing. I've watched the show before where people sing, Adam Levine songs, and he's like, well, I can't really get my own version out of my head. And then, I thought about it. You know what? Go big or go home. I'm going to leave this thing with no regrets. And I did what I came to do, and it was awesome. So I can't really complain about that. I think now, thinking back, before, I thought it was not the best decision, and now I'm 100%, positive that I made the best decision on doing that.
It took a lot of courage too, Lauren. It takes a lot of courage to do. Yeah. First of all, it takes a lot of courage to do a blind audition in front of millions of people that are going to be watching it on TV and in a studio audience, right, plus the legends that you're singing in front of. But to pick a song that the actual person's song is right in front of you, that takes a lot of courage, man.
I'd like to think I got a lot of guts. I like to think I'm a tough chick. But no, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It took a lot. I was going back and forth. I am my worst enemy, but I went in there with no regrets. I wanted to know that no matter what happened, I did my best.
Sure.
And whether it was to move on like I did, or to go home, at least I went in there knowing that I tried. And all these years that I've been doing this my whole life, and I kind of stopped, to come back and to give up at that point if I wasn't going to do it. I didn't want to think of what if I didn't do that. I didn't want to have that in the back of my head. So.
Well, you mentioned a minute ago about Alicia singing to you. I thought that was my favorite part of the show. I watched your body language, and you were just so blown away that that was happening. Talk about that moment for a minute. Talk about that moment.
Oh gosh, the thinking of that right now. It just makes me laugh. I didn't, watching the show and, people singing with each other, when she started singing to me, I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I was going to jump out of my skin. I didn't know if I should, cry or sing or laugh. Obviously, you watched it. I didn't know what the heck to do. And then when she said, if I ain't got you, Lauren, I was like,
I know, she put your name in there.
What is happening right now? This is not even real life. Oh, my gosh. That was insane. That was obviously amazing and awesome and so freaking cool at the same time. But I was just mind blown. It was like a dream, you would never think in a million years. First of all, I would never think I'd be on The Voice auditioning in front of Alicia Keys, Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, and Miley Cyrus. Yeah. And then for the woman that I sang her song, and for her to be singing to me and putting my own name in her song. Yeah. Dude,
yeah, that was insane.
What would you do,
That was insane.
Oh, man, it's amazing.
She took it from one...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead, finish your thought.
No. I wasn't saying anything. I was just being being weird like I am.
No. Listen, what was really cool about that moment was it's one thing for one of those legends to sing to somebody, but then she actually serenaded you because she put your name in there.
Yeah, I know. And then it's where do you go from there? What do you do next?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, what is happening? But dude, that was unforgettable. I will never forget that for the rest of my life. Whatever outcome, comes from this, whatever's gonna happen, I will never forget. That is the highlight of my career. First of all, singing for her, and then her singing for me. That will be something that I will never forget.
And what's really cool is if this would have happened in the 1940s or 50s, you might can get somebody with a picture, but you got video of this that you'll have forever that you can watch and show your grandkids.
Right.
Your great grandkids, they can all watch this one day. That moment.
Yeah. My son's always on YouTube. He's like, "Hey, mommy, that's you."
Yeah.
That is cool. It is cool. Go on the internet. Dude, that video. Everyone's talking about it, and I'm still in shock. I still can't believe that it even happened. So it's insane, dude. Life's crazy right now.
Yep. It definitely changes. Just a matter of a few minutes. Once you get at that blind audition over with, things change. All right, so...
I know.
So you went on and you selected Alicia. That was really, a slam dunk. Everybody knew you were going to pick Alicia. If you would have picked somebody else, that would have been a moment that no one ever forgot in The Voice history if you would have picked somebody else.
Yeah.
Can you share something with the listeners that Alicia's taught you, in the short time you've had to spend with her? Has she taught anything to you that, about singing or performing that's really, really, just sunk in for you?
Most definitely, I think meeting her, who she is today, she is a very wise woman.
Oh, yeah.
So full of wisdom, and she, the thing I love most about her is how inspirational she is, talking with her and going over stuff, it's it doesn't matter, in the caliber who you are as a singer, the feeling behind it, what these words mean to you, and that's what she expresses to me. It doesn't matter. That is all you're feeling and all the hard work you put into it. That's what matters most. Taking these songs and really putting, the feeling behind it and meaning every word you say. I think that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life because that's, truly something that you're going to apply to your everyday life in your music career. So I think in that way she really touched my heart. So
well said.
She's awesome.
I had Dave Moisen on the show. He was on my show a couple of days ago. Great guy, great singer. He's gonna be, we're gonna be hearing from him down the road a ways in the competition. But he said something about Alicia Keys that when she speaks to you, he said that she I mean, her eyes just lock right into yours, and it's like she really just gets into your soul when she talks to you.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, he's right. I mean, like I said, she's very inspirational, and she could take something. It'll be so simple. Like I said about the meaning behind a song, or what you're feeling, and she just takes something like that, and just you'd be like, wow, like. You're right, like, I wouldn't even look at it that way, some people wouldn't even think of that like that, and she just totally gives her own spin on it, and she moves you when she talks, like, it's insane. I've never met anybody like her, and it's amazing to know that that's the type of person that she is.
Yeah.
So, Dave's right, and Dave's a freaking stand-up guy. That guy's the coolest guy I've ever met.
Yeah. He was a great time. It was a great time talking to him. He's real nice. Real quick on Alicia, and then we'll move forward. The thing about her is I've always been a fan of hers myself, and it's really comforting to see this side of her. I'm so glad she's on the show this season, because she's so full of wisdom, and she just seems like such a stand-up person, personally, away from music also. Yeah,
she is, and, she is obviously very kind, and with her words, she definitely brings a different dynamic to the show, which, we had no idea how it was going to play out.
Sure.
And she, what she's done, and just, last week, America gets to see, it's just incredible, how she puts a whole new spin on this show, so it's amazing to have her here.
Yeah, I'm so glad she's on the show. Okay, so can you tell the listeners how it was you ended up on the show? How did you end up on The Voice? How'd that happen?
Actually, my mom, when I was just singing, in my hometown, the auditions were coming up, and she's like, just please try out this one last time, because I was always against, going, I don't want to go on American Idol. No, Mom, I don't want to go on a reality TV show. And she's like, please just do this for me. I'll never ask again. And I'm like, okay, Mom, I do this. And when I don't make it, I'll remember this forever, because obviously.
Oh, man.
When I don't make it, I don't ever want to hear about it again. Like, don't ever ask me to try out for anything again. And now, look, then this. So, we can all thank my mom.
Yeah.
Being here, this musical journey, I started when I was 7 years old, and I would never even think that I would be on The Voice today. So, it's amazing to see, how far you've come, and,
sure.
You never know where it's going to take you, and this is an amazing platform, this show, to get on, and, to steer wherever, your musical career is going to go. So it's awesome.
Good stuff. All right, a minute ago you mentioned about your own worst critic, and some people are. I'm my own worst critic. When you sang the song, and obviously you knew the judges liked it because everybody spun around, and Alicia was standing. It was just crazy. Everyone loved it. But what about you? When you were halfway through it, or 3/4 of the way through it, what was going through your mind? Did you have any oh man, I wish I would have hit this key differently, or were you pretty happy with what you were doing so far?
I honestly, I don't know if Dave has shared this, but I feel myself, can't speak for anybody else, but I feel like I've literally blacked out.
Yep, he said that.
I couldn't even remember what happened, because it obviously so much adrenaline, pumping through your body, and I'm anxious, all these things I'm thinking of, oh my gosh, I gotta make sure I do this, and this, and, it's I blacked out. Everything at once happened to me, so it was what the heck just happened? But I'm super happy with it. I'm very proud of myself, getting up there, doing that. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, and I made it out alive, so I'm very happy.
That's what's up.
that happened.
And that's a very common answer. I've interviewed many voice contestants over the past 3 or 4 seasons, including the champions. Like Allison Porter's been on my show a few times, and Sawyer Fredericks has been on 4 or 5 times, and Jordan Smith's been on 3 or 4 times. But they all say that you guys all have that one common denominator: the blind auditions. It's like a blackout. None of them hardly remember any of it hardly.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a hashtag like blackout blind audition. You don't remember. You don't remember you going thinking like, all right, I'm going to do my best, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you're like, then you got to get off stage and you're like, dude,
yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane.
You know, I was looking at your video of your blind audition. It's got like over 4 million views on it already.
Dude.
4 million, Lauren.
I'm in shock. I did not think. I mean, like, you want to have success, you know? But
sure.
To see that, and then you're looking on Facebook and you see those views.
Yep.
Like, within one day, it accumulated like almost 30 million views. And I'm like, this is not happening. Like, I still don't even believe it.
That's
and I see
crazy.
it, you know? I go on there and I see it, and I'm like, I'm still in shock. I can't believe that, you know, I would never think that I'd have that, you know.
Like your name's attached to a video that had over 4 million. Yeah. Yep. That's insane.
Holy crap, dude. It's insane. It's amazing. I am so thankful, though, like, you know, that and, you know, obviously everything else that happened that day. Like, I'm so thankful, you know, to be, you know, where I am. And
sure.
Well, everybody keep watching.
Oh, I think that video's going to go well over 10, 15 million because it's so early in the game and it's already at 4 million. And it's plus it's got Alicia Keys on it. It's got the whole Alicia Keys singing to you. It's got your great performance. The whole video is just awesome. I mean, it's going to blow up. It's already blown up. It's going to go even crazier. What about getting recognized in public? Has that happened? Have you got people coming up to you for pictures and stuff yet?
Yeah, you know, that's happened, and that's a little bit weird for me. I've never had that happen before.
Get used to it.
It's exciting, and it's fun, and, you know, little girls come up to me, and they're like, little girls come up to me yesterday, and they're freaking out. Like, I'm like, it's okay. Like, I don't know what to do, you know, in that situation. They're, like, laughing, and they're like,
that's awesome.
I'm like, hi, like, trying to talk to them, but it's great. These people are great. Everybody's so nice and supportive, and I'm just, you know, I'm over the moon about it. It's awesome.
I bet your hometown's rocking too.
You know?
Yeah, of course. It's surreal. It's surreal, the whole thing you're going through. What about your hometown? I bet they're really just thrilled with you.
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Landy and my son, we went out to dinner and they comped our bill and we were like, what?
Awesome.
Happy right now. It was so nice. It's so awesome. So that's really cool. Definitely.
All right, last thing I got for you, and I'll let you go. What about some advice? If there's somebody out there that's listening to this, or just somebody who's been contemplating on this, should I do it? Should I try out for season 12? What's some advice you can give to that person?
You know, definitely, the music industry is very, very tough. It is. You know, you're going to get more no's than you're going to get yeses. Mm-hmm. And I think what I could say for the people out there, you know, that's chasing their dreams is you never want to give up because you never know what's going to come from it. And you're not going to want to go through life thinking, you know, dang, if I would have done this audition, you know, who knows, you know, what I could have done with that or what could come of it. And you know, no matter how big your dreams are, you never want to stop chasing because the sky's the limit, and you know, you never know who's watching. You never know who's going to be there. You know, so I would just say to everybody listening is like, you never want to give up on your dreams. You know, if you want to put in the work and you work your butt off, it is going to pay off. You know, and it's just so great knowing that, you know, once you get to a point in your life and all the hard work and it's, you know, shortly, you know, you see that it's getting paid off and you're like, dang, like, you've come so far. So it's an amazing feeling and you don't want to go through life not knowing what if.
So basically, in a nutshell, you're just saying go for it, man. go for it, because if you don't, you might regret that. You know, so good stuff. Great advice. Great advice. All right, so final thoughts. I'll give you an opportunity to share your social sites where the listeners can follow you on Twitter and Instagram if you got one, and also you have a website you want to talk about, or where they can come check out. Or is your song available on iTunes yet? Can they go get that, or I'm not sure about that.
Yes.
Okay, good.
The song is available on iTunes, so head over to that. I do have a website that is up and coming. We're getting ready to launch that.
Okay.
But that information will be on my Facebook, Twitter, and my Instagram, and that is all at Lauren Diaz. So you guys can stop by and check it out there. So that's like some exciting news coming up for me.
There it is, folks. Check her out. Follow her on all her social sites. Lauren Diaz, really appreciate you coming on board, and we look forward to having you back on a little later on down in the show.
Awesome. I want to thank you so much for everything, and I will be back. I will be back soon.